bit, yeah? Just a little bit, just one. Hare Krishna. So tomorrow there is a very wonderful Harinam Sankirtan in Hillsborough. Everybody's invited to join at 10:30 in the morning. We're usually quite punctual. And it's on 301 West Main Street in the Hillsborough Commons. Huh? In the Hillsborough Town Commons. So please join us. We'll be there for a couple of hours. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Yasodanandana Raja Janaranjana Braja Janaranjana Yasodanandana Raja Janaranjana Randana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Dira Vanachari Vanachari Jamuna Dira Vanachari Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Yasodanandana Raja Janaranjana Raja Janaranjana Yasodanandana Raja Janaranjana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunya Vihari, Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunya Vihari, Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jai Girivardhari, Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jai Girivardhari. Namam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Saraswata His Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Ki Jai. Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Shri Radha Krishna Gopal-Gopinath Shama Sundara Radha-kunda Girivardhan Ki Vrindavan Ki Maturadam Navadvipdam Jagannath Puridam Ganga Mai Ki Jai, Jamuna Mai Ki Jai, Tulsi Devi Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Hare Krishna Mahamantra Ki Jai, Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the lotus feet of Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today's class is verse number 38 from the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 52. So Srimad Bhagavatam, canto 10, chapter 52, verse number 38, which is the second part of the letter that Rukmini has written to Sri Krishna. And there will be, after this one, another, I believe, 5 more verses to the completion of the letter. So we had the good fortune of hearing the beginning by His Grace, Yoguru Maharaj, Viragrusha Maharaj, and it was, to me, it was very enthusing to hear all the comments and references that he made about this, the beginning of this letter, and got me ready, trying to be ready to follow with the second part out of 7. So, Gatva Mukunda Mahati Kulashila Rupa Vidya Vayodra Vinadama Vir Atmatulyam Dhirapatim Kulavati Navrinitta Kanya Kale Nirsimha Naralokamano Viramam Katva mukunda mahati kulashila rupa Vidya vayoda vrinadama bhirat matulyam Dhirapatim kulavati navrinittakanya Kale nirsimha naralokamano bhiramam Katva mukunda mahati kulashila rupa Vidya vayo dravina dama virat matulyam Dhirapatim kulavati navrinittakanya Kule nirsimha naralokamano bhiramam Devotees, please. Katva mukunda mahati kulashila rupa Divya vayo dravina dama virat matulyam Dhirapatim kulavati navrinittakanya Kale nirsimha naralokamano bhiramam Katva mukunda mahati kulashila rupa Vidya vayo dravina dama bhirat matulyam Dhirapatim kulavati navrinittakanya Kale nirsimha naralokamano bhiramam Katva mukunda mahati kulashila rupa Vidya vayo dravina dama virat matulyam Dhirapatim kulavati navrinittakanya Kale nirsimha naralokamano viramam Katvam mukunda mahati kulashila rupa Vidya vayo dravina dama bhirat matulyam Dhirapatim kulavati navrinittakanya Kale nirsimha naralokamano bhiramam What else? Ka, hu, twa, you, mukunda, oh Krishna, mahati, aristocratic, kula, in terms of family background, shila, character, rupa, beauty, vidya, knowledge, vaya, youth, dravina, property, dhamabhi, and influence, atma, to yourself only, tulyam, equal, dhira, who is sober, patim, as her husband, kulavati, of a good family. Navrinita would not choose Kanya, marriageable young lady. Kale, at such a time, near among men, Simha, or lion, Naraloka, of human society, Manaha, to the minds, Abhiramam, who give pleasure. Translation. O Mukunda, you're equal only to yourself in lineage, character, beauty, knowledge, youthfulness, wealth, and influence. O lion among men, you delight the minds of all mankind. What aristocratic, sober-minded, and marriageable girl of a good family would not choose you as her husband when the proper time has come? So we can all read together from the text on the screen. Together, O Mukunda, you're equal only to yourself in lineage, character, beauty, knowledge, youthfulness, wealth, and influence. O lion among men, you delight the minds of all mankind. What aristocratic, sober-minded, and marriageable girl of a good family would not choose you as her husband when the proper time has come? Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinavando Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishavanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakalpaturu Yascha Kripasindu Vyavacha Patitanam Pavanevya Vaishnavevya Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. There is no purport, GBC purport, but there are some rather lengthy commentaries by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Jiva Goswami, and Sanatana Goswami. I'll read the first two and then the last section of Sanatana Goswami's commentary. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is writing a dialogue between Rukmini and Krishna. So Krishna says, granted, I may be the most incomparable man in the universe, but are you the only girl in the whole universe with eyes and ears? I do not see anyone else with such shamelessness. And why is he using the word shamelessness? Because Rukmini has been very forward, and she has written to Krishna, and she has requested that she be kidnapped by Krishna because she wants to be his wife. So that is not, as Maharaj explained yesterday, the standard of shyness that is expected. But she's a Kshatriya woman anyway. She's a young girl. She's about, 15 years old? Very young. Oh, Mukunda, with smile like the Kunta flower. Now she's replying. O Mukunda, with smile like the Kunda flower, who should also smile on me. What intelligent girl, endowed with beauty and good qualities, would not accept you as a husband? Only those who are ugly, without good qualifications, and unintelligent, or who have not heard about you, would not accept you. So the ones who are not going to accept Krishna are those that have no good qualities, that are ugly, that have no intelligence, and who have not heard about Krishna, because anybody who hears about Krishna immediately becomes totally attracted to the Supreme Lord. And the level of attraction that one experiences is according to the level of the purified consciousness of the individual. Those with good qualities accept you, incomparable in qualities, beauty, knowledge, youth, wealth, and power. Like me, there are many other girls who will accept you when their time comes. But now, it is my time. She is pressing Krishna, and she's pressed for time. O lion among the men, Nrsimha, who is uncontrollable like a lion, I have no desire to control you. Your incomparable beauty and qualities play in the minds of all humans. So what fault is there if you also reside in my mind? So you are so attractive. Your incomparable beauty and attraction is such that who would not be attracted to you when they hear about you? So why would you blame me if I'm also attracted to you, if you also reside in my mind? Jiva Goswami writes, others would laugh on hearing this. She then speaks to him with humility, and to others with anger. O Mukunda, you give the highest happiness while removing all suffering. O Nrsimha, you are the best of all men in the material and spiritual worlds because of having the best qualities and form. You have this form by your very nature. It is hard to understand all of this. In your manifest pastimes, you are unequaled in family, character, etc. Again, the word unequal cannot be in any way as compared to anybody else. What woman desiring a man would not accept you, who give happiness to the minds of all beings? What unmarried girl or woman coming of good family or of great qualities would not accept you? Inconceivable that somebody would not accept you, unless they have never heard about you and they are very unintelligent and very ugly and have terrible qualities, as it was expressed before. She expresses her lack of qualification. Having those qualities, what intelligent woman would not accept you? Only the most unintelligent woman will not accept. Who would not accept you as their husband at the time of marriage? This indicates that lack of intelligence and presence of shame are not suitable at the time of marriage. So at the time of marriage, Rukmini is saying, one has to have the proper intelligence and not be ashamed, not be too shy, but be forward, because these qualities are not suitable at the time of marriage. They will cause disaster. Or what young girl who has good qualities, is intelligent, and comes from a good family would not accept you? Such a person who does not accept actually is not intelligent and does not come from a good family. Who would not accept you at the time of any type of marriage, even is of secondary type? You have unequally lineage, qualities like mercy and generosity, and new youth. Your exalted nature has made the family lineage most exalted. I'll repeat this sentence because the word unequal is a little bit ambiguous here. You have unequally lineage, qualities like mercy and generosity, and new youth. Or you have unequal lineage, qualities like mercy and generosity, and new youth. Your exalted nature has made the family lineage most exalted. And from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 10, verse 26. Oh, how supremely glorified is the dynasty of King Yadu, and how virtuous is the land of Mathura, where the supreme leader of all living beings, the husband of the goddess of fortune, has taken his birth and wandered in his childhood. Because the 7 items mentioned in this verse are suitable for a woman, because the 7 items mentioned in this verse are suitable for a woman lover, they are mentioned, but other items should also be included. Shringar Tilak says, quote, in this world, the auspicious hero for women should be renounced, of good family, skillful in love, vigorous, knowledgeable of arts, young, wealthy, well-dressed, tolerant, steady in love, handsome and proud. Good qualities include being renounced, tolerant and steady in love. Knowledge includes skillful in love and knowledgeable of arts. Form or beauty is included. And now Sanatana Goswami, Srila Sanatana Goswami, is saying, because of our good family, because now he's going to be talking about the qualification of Rukmini in order to be able to be the wife of Krishna, whose qualities have been somewhat described because his qualities are unlimited. And so in regards to her, Srila Sanatana Goswami says, her nobility is matched with his unequaled qualities. Her choosing is matched with his qualification as a husband. Her sobriety is matched with his lion-like nature. His attraction to all minds is matched with her birth in a good family. So now Sanatana Goswami is finding that she is highly qualified to be the consort of Sri Krishna. Or because of her good family, sobriety, and nobility, she is qualified as an equal to him. And in reverse order, these are qualifications for marrying him. In other words, nobility, sobriety, and coming from a good family. Or the three qualities together are reasons to marry him. Again, good family, sobriety, and nobility. His lion nature indicates his kshatriya nature. Of course, her nature is also kshatriya. And this quality is matched with her good family, sobriety, and nobility. In the first canto, 39 qualities of the Lord are enumerated when the earth laments. 7 of those qualities, starting with good family, are mentioned in this verse. And the qualities of the hero are mentioned in Sringara Tilak. Again, in this world, the auspicious hero for women should be renounced, of good family, skillful in love, that's part of knowledge, vigorous, knowledgeable of arts, young, wealthy, well-dressed, tolerant, steady in love, handsome and proud. Now, who in this room would not want to have a partner like this? So this is awaiting us to have a relationship, intimate relationship with the Supreme Lord. So I'm going to read the 39 qualities when the earth is lamenting for the fact that there's destruction all around her, that Krishna has left, and she's talking to the bull, religion, Mother Earth and religion are having a talk, and she is lamenting for the fact that now what are we going to do now that Krishna has left? So let me get to the verse. Om Akinati Vinandasya, Kinajana Slakaya Chakshur Umilitanyana. That's my Shri. I have accumulated quite a number of references from the Srimad Bhagavatam, also from the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, about some of these things that are being explained here, the qualities of Krishna and the circumstances by which Krishna is totally impossible not to be accepted. So this is from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 16, verses 26 to 30, the qualities that Mother Earth is describing Krishna to possess in the absence of him, and with great lamentation for his being gone and not having a recourse. In Krishna reside truthfulness, cleanliness, intolerance of another unhappiness, intolerance of another's unhappiness, the power to control anger, self-satisfaction, straightforwardness, steadiness of mind, control of the sense organs, responsibility, equality, tolerance, equanimity, faithfulness, knowledge, absence of sense enjoyment, leadership, chivalry, influence, the power to make everything possible, the discharge of proper duty, complete independence, dexterity, fullness of all beauty. And there are so many wonderful verses in the scriptures describing the beauty of Krishna as Krishna himself under various circumstances, as Vishnu, as Narayan, as Ram, as Krishna himself in Vrindavan, in Mathura, in Dwarka. So many verses. It's the greatest dessert we can possibly have to read about Krishna's wonderful qualities and his beauty. Serenity, kind-heartedness, ingenuity, gentility, magnanimity, determination, perfection in all knowledge, proper execution, possession of all objects of enjoyment, joyfulness, immovability, fidelity, fame, worship, pridelessness, and being. In other words, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Eternity and many other transcendental qualities which are eternally present and never to be separated from him. That personality of Godhead, the reservoir of all goodness and beauty, Lord Sri Krishna, has now closed his transcendental pastimes on the face of the earth, as Mother Bhumi is speaking. Of course, in his absence, the age of Kali has spread its influence everywhere. So I'm sorry to see this condition of existence. It's interesting because Krishna is the source of all beauty, the source of all love. Everything emanates from him, everything that is glorious. And there is no end to his qualities. So we are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. We have an eternal relationship of love with him. And how to awaken that love. That love has been kind of covered for a while due to the improper level of consciousness. And how does this love become awakened? It becomes awakened by hearing, chanting, and remembering. And so I would like to read something from the Samvad with Ramananda Roy, the conversation that Lord Chaitanya has with Ramananda Roy about the process for us to actually become cleansed so that we can participate in Krishna's pastimes and have this intimate relationship with the Supreme Lord, this loving relationship with the Supreme Lord. So in Madhya Lila, chapter 8, this very important verse, 256. Upasya Ramadikon, Upasya Pradana, Shrestha Upasya Yugala, Radha Krishna Nama. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking all these questions that Ramananda Roy responds. And so there's the dialogue going back and forth, and then he comes to this verse number 256. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, among all worshipable objects, which is the chief? So please bear in mind what is being said here and keep it in your front, in your middle, in the back of your consciousness and your memory. Again, among all worshipable objects, which is the chief? Lord Chaitanya is asking. And Ramananda Roy replied, the chief worshipable object is the holy name of Radha and Krishna, the Hare Krishna mantra. Now, this is very significant because Lord Chaitanya did not write that we know of, although I've read some references to he may have written something else, but basically the Shikshastakam is the only thing that he himself, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, God, put in writing, the verses of the Shikshastakam, and they all revolve about What is the main motive in the Shikshastakam? And why, if everything that he could write or anything that he could write, he's writing exclusively these 8 verses about the power of the Holy Name. The power of the Holy Name that is taking us from the very beginning all the way to Prema. In all these verses, there is a sequence of progress in spiritual life until we get to the last 2 verses, which is Prema in separation and Prema in union. And before that, of course, is Bhav, and that's number 6. But be aware that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving us the source and what is one of the most important verses of the 8 in order to be able to access this possibility of establishing a relationship, an intimate personal relationship, devoid of any kind of inebrities with the Supreme Lord. Which verse would that be? The one that opens all the doors to the rest of the verses. The one that opens the door to get to the 8th verse. Yeah. The one that opens the door. Tirinada pis tunichana tarora pis ahisnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. Because the first 2 are expressing the benefits of chanting the holy name, the Sankirtan, or following the process of Sankirtan, which really includes everything, worship, hearing, chanting, remembering everything. And then the second one, the condition, the lamentable condition that one finds oneself in, that even though you have unlimited names, I am incapable of chanting them. You are so kind, you have made yourself available to all of us by the chanting of your unlimited names. I'm so unfortunate. I don't have any taste for them. And right after that is the verse about being humble, being tolerant, giving respect to others, and not expecting any respect for ourselves. So this is the key. This is the one, the golden key that opens the door to the next 5 verses that follow, that take us to Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, and Prema. So these are the stages from the very beginning of verse number 1 to the very end of verse number 8 that a person can traverse. But what is the key element there is the chanting of the holy name. That's why going out on Harinam is so important, because people, unless they have access to something pertaining to the process of devotion, they cannot conceive there is another reality. It's not, even people who are very religious, they cannot conceive there is a transcendental reality that we all belong to, and how to access that reality. Now, if there is the chanting of the holy name outside, outdoors, anybody who can hear it at some level is going to get benefited. In other words, Krishna is ready to jump into the hearts of everyone through his holy name. There is no difference between the holy name of the Supreme Lord and Krishna himself. There's absolutely no difference. So let's consider that as something that is very important for us to have this time of japa, for example, when we chant the holy name on our own, because Krishna is inviting us. He's saying, come and sit with me and chant my name. I'm with you, and I'm going to give you all benediction, and I'm going to make your progress quite available. Krishna is the source of our love, our power, and so we have this very, very wonderful way of connecting with the Supreme Lord, not by atonement, not by mortifying our flesh, so to speak, but actually connecting with the power of love that is present in the holy name of the Lord. Everything about the process of bhakti is infused with love, and everything is delectable and delightful and wonderful and most purifying. So I'm going to continue by talking again about the holy name and the conversations with Lord Chaitanya and everything that happens in that connection. So let me go to these verses. Satyvraj Khan approached the Supreme Lord, Lord Chaitanya, and asked, My dear Lord, being a householder, and thus is pertaining to all of us, being a householder, or most of us, and a materialistic man, I do not know the process of advancing in spiritual life. I therefore submit myself unto your lotus feet and request you to give me orders. So here he comes, he's asking Lord Chaitanya, I don't know what to do, how to advance on the path of devotion. I submit myself unto your lotus feet, please give me instruction. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, without cessation, that means without stopping, continue chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna. Whenever possible, serve him and his devotees, the Vaishnavas. That's Lord Krishna himself telling us this. Upon hearing this, Satyaraj said, how can I recognize a Vaishnava? Please let me know what a Vaishnava is. What are his common symptoms? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, that's verse 106. Whoever chants the holy name of Krishna just once is worshipable and is the topmost human being. Of course, we need to also take into consideration that we need to aspire to chant without offense. That's the key for making progress, chant. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and in regard to this comment that Maharaj made yesterday about humility and prema, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written, I don't have the reference, about how they are part of the same thing. The greater the humility, the greater the prema. And Maharaj also says something interesting. I don't remember the third part. He says that we should cultivate our speech, our behavior, and I don't remember the third thing. There were three things. There were three elements, yeah. In any case, we should cultivate. In other words, we're chanting the holy name and at the same time we're cultivating our speech. And because when we speak, we express who we are. If we are envious by nature, the envy is going to come out. If we are whatever we are, it's going to come out. We have to be very, very tuned in to our consciousness and speak in ways that are favorable, that are beneficial, that are truthful, as Krishna expresses in the, is it 17th canto? 17th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. So these are qualities that we need to develop. And we need to develop how? By following the process, but also becoming very mindful of how we express ourselves and being very kind. And the second one is behavior. One can say, well, it's my nature, I cannot change it. No, of course we can change it. We can act at least. If we don't change our nature, at least we can act in ways that are favorable to others, and therefore they're favorable to ourselves, that are beneficial for others and that benefit us. So let's continue with this. Simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna, once a person is relieved from all the reactions of a sinful life, one can complete the 9 processes of devotional service simply by chanting the holy name. How important this is, how important the holy name is essential. One does not have to undergo initiation or execute the activities required before initiation. One simply has to vibrate the holy name with his lips. Thus, even a man in the lowest class, Chandala, can be delivered. And here it's interesting because Srila Prabhupada in the commentary, the purport to this verse, doesn't make a reference to what Lord Chaitanya is saying in the verse, but he is actually stressing the necessity of taking shelter of the self-realized person, the Guru, who is going to give us instruction and guidance. And so, with on this happy note, thank you very much. All glories to the holy name of Sri Krishna, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, without whom we would not have access to the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
No Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Enam Kanvandam Maravindanalaya Taksham Varhavatam Samasitam Buddhasundarangam Kandar Agom Vidamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasa Sakalen Priya Priti Manti Vasyanti Panti Kayanti Jiram Naganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham
Tamaham Bhajami Namo Vishnu Pataya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Shimate Bhaktivedanta Saming Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Vachar Nivesesha Shunyavade Paschachare Satarande Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadada Siva Sade Gaur Bhaktavrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Adwaita Radha Siva Sade Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hati Rama, Hati Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hati Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hati Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Goloka Nana Goloka Nana Radhe. Jaya Radha Goloka Nana Goloka Nana Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Radhe Jaya Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Radhe Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe. Radhe Jai Om Vishnu Pad.
Chaitodarpana marjanam bhavamahajani nirvapanam Shreya Kairavya Chandrika Vitaranam Vijavadu Jivanam Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam Pratidanam. Thank you. Sadhanam Sarvatma Snapanam Paramvijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatrapitani Amita Smarane Nakala Etana Haribo Aman Mamapi Dordaiva Midrishami Hajjani Nanuraga Trinada Pisunichena Tarora Pisuhishuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari Nadaram Najanam Nasundarim Kavitam Vajagadisha Kamaye Mama Janmani Janmani Ishvare Bhavatad Bhaktir Ohaitaki Twai Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Buddha Kripayata Baba Stita Duli Sajahim Vachintaya Nayanam Galadashru Daraya Varanam Gadgadaridaya Gira Pulakarnishitam Vapukada Tavanama Grahane Bhavishyati Yugayatam Namishena Chakshusha Pravashayatam Shunayatam Jagat Sarvam Govindam Virahename Aslishyava Padaritam Panastumam Adarshanam Marmahata Karotuva Yatatatava Vidadatu Lampato Mat Prananatastusa Eva Napara. Victory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life, of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large, because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. O my Lord, congregational chanting of your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names you've invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I'm so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw on the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be, have all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. O Son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. O my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will my voice choke up, and when will the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitation of your name? O Govinda, feeling your separation, I am considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so even if he handles me roughly by his embrace or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord unconditionally. Shri Shastika Ki Jai.